The opposition in Belize takes legal action against the Prime Minister. And in sport, West Indies assistant coach stresses the importance of execution as the Windies go after a series leveling win in the second T20 against England. I'm Ricardo Roberts and this is Caribbean in 10 for Friday, March 8th, 2019. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Barbados Bay Jetty also offers expansive views, but more importantly, the reopening of the jetty after a decade and a half has significant economic benefits. Patricia Nicholson explains.
Truckers no longer need to journey 10 kilometers to transport material from the Studley Park quarry to the Scarborough port in preparation for shipment to Trinidad. Now it's a 1 kilometer drive to the Barbados Bay Jetty, where the material is placed on a barge for the sister isle.
And it seems like Cranium is getting a bit of a backlash from his claim that he opened doors for this generation internationally. Now Dovey Magnum, Madame Ballard herself, came to his defense saying that indeed he has created history in that department. Cranium posted the following on social media. He said, "Don't get it twisted. I literally kicked down the doors for all of you artists overseas doing dancehall music for this generation, locally and internationally."
Belize Prime Minister Dean Barrow is facing a lawsuit over his alleged use of more than $1 billion of taxpayers' money without parliamentary approval. The legal action has been filed by opposition leader John Briceño and the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Julius Espat, who are asking the High Court to declare that government has breached the Constitution as well as the Finance and Audit Reform Act. They are also seeking a permanent injunction preventing the Prime Minister, who is also Finance Minister, from appropriating any more funds without a green light from the House of Assembly. The lawsuit also names Attorney General Michael Prayfeet and Finance Secretary Joseph Waite as respondents. Now, according to the claim, the Finance Minister spent $1.3 billion Belize dollars in dozens of general revenue supplementary appropriations without the required approval from the Parliament.
Getting away every year by spending more than 40% of the estimated budget through supplementary allocations, which is unlawful. We thought it was important that this claim be brought. It's the second claim that we have done based on similar items. Because if the leader of the country, if the administrator of the funds, who is the financial secretary, and if the legal representative of the people, who is the Attorney General, are not following the rule of law, then we have a serious problem in our country. And we thought it was important that this be taken to the judiciary so that they can make a judgment on this situation. Because we can't continue this way of going close to $4 billion in debt and of spending the people's money without getting formal authorization to do so. If not, you're acting very similar to how a dictator operates.
For the first time in Trinidad and Tobago, a police officer has been charged under the Anti-Gang Act, and another officer is facing a misbehavior in public office charge. CNC3's Mark Basant has the details.
Two police officers, one charged under the Anti-Gang Act, were granted bail of close to $300,000 in total to cover all offences when they appeared before Magistrate Joanne Connor at the Arima Magistrates Court shortly before 3 o'clock this afternoon. The officers were whisked into the court when they arrived. 40-year-old police constable Angelo Sedeno of Jitman Drive, Aruka, was charged with misbehavior in public office, which allegedly occurred sometime between December 31st, 2017 and July 1st, 2018 for trafficking cocaine and ammunition. He was also charged under the Anti-Gang Act with counseling a gang and gang-related activities between May 31st, 2018 and July 1st, 2018. He was granted $200,000 bail to cover both charges. The other police constable, Don Balgobin from Valencia, was not charged under the Anti-Gang Act, but charged for allegedly receiving a sum of money to forego prosecution in a marijuana trafficking case against individuals. He was granted $88,000 bail. Both their matters were adjourned to April 2nd.
The International Monetary Fund, the IMF, has reached provisional agreement on a multi-million-dollar loan for Haiti. The announcement was made today at the end of an IMF delegation's two-week visit to the French-speaking CARICOM nation to discuss support for measures to ease poverty, encourage good governance, raise growth and stabilize the country's economy. Now, head of the delegation, Chris Walker, said the Haitian government and the Central Bank of Haiti have reached an IMF staff-level agreement on a concessional 0% 3-year loan of $229 million. He said social protection has been placed firmly at the center of the accord, and once the agreed measures are successfully implemented, the poorest in Haiti will be among the first to benefit in a tangible way. He explained that the program provides money for a variety of social protection measures, ranging from school feeding through targeted cash transfers to money for social housing. The agreement will have to be approved by the IMF's executive board, which is expected to consider Haiti's request in the coming weeks. Now, once approved, the money will be disbursed over the 3 years of the program, which is subject to regular executive board and staff reviews. And stay with us, your Midday Sport is next. Assistant coach Vasper Drakes has underscored the importance of execution as Windies go in search of a series-leveling win in the pivotal second T20 International of the 3-match series later today. Now, the hosts lacked in almost every department in Tuesday's opener, which they lost by 4 wickets, falling short of a competitive total after batting first and then dropping as many as 4 catches in a loose fielding and bowling effort. Now, speaking ahead of the contest at Warner Park, Drake said the Windies' knowledge of the small ground would be crucial in their match strategy. He said, quote, "We have to execute our game plan well." Obviously, a lot of the guys would have played at this ground, certainly during CPL, so the guys are pretty familiar with the conditions, with the wind factor and the short boundaries, so certainly our game plan and our strategy will be targeted towards that. We pretty much have a good idea of what we're looking to do in these conditions, and the objective is to execute, end quote. Now, West Indies are unbeaten in the 6 outings at the venue, having won 5 and having the other match abandoned due to rain. England, meanwhile, have never played an international match at the ground, but Drake said in the shortest format, such factors are minor considerations. The second T20 bowls off at 4 p.m. today. Bermudan goalkeeper Nathan Trott has experienced another great moment in his football career after signing a new deal at English Premier League club West Ham United, keeping him at the club until 2022. The 20-year-old says he is thrilled to have been rewarded for the hard work he has put in during his time at the London club. Now, Trott joined West Ham in January 2016 on the recommendation of compatriot and former West Ham striker Clyde Best. That's Caribbean at 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.